This is BleedTV, the only podcast that just shows movies. I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Cash.
And tonight we have The Walking Dead. This was episode 7, called Stradivarius. It was directed by Michael Cutlets, and I'm going to leave him alone on that one. And I dare to ask what y'all's opinion of the episode is.
My opinion is we'll have to change our title sequence at Best Shows on Television.
Yeah, is no longer this.
This is by far
the worst show.
I mean, this is bottom of the barrel TV right here. This is, as far as paid cable shows go, this is not good. It
was number 1 for the night with 4.79 million viewers, which you would think, okay, that's a win for AMC, right? But the reality of it is that is the record low for the series.
All time
for a live airing of a show.
Does it get higher next week, being the midseason finale?
I mean,
I can't see it.
Dare I say the viewers have said, basically,
your cash cow's gone.
The number,
you're dragging this out.
The numbers talk. They speak for themselves. Even, like I was talking to y'all earlier, even what's cool, the direction of like what's possibly coming, cool, they've already figured out a way to drag this too far.
Oh, yeah.
It's like every bit is losing steam for me.
Like the X's on Michonne's back and now Daryl's back, I'm already done with it. Like, why haven't you told us what this is about already?
It is a fast leaking tire that's nearly flat. I mean, it's
flat. Like, it is busted.
Yeah.
No, we're almost off the rims, what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
rubber's still holding there, but that's about it. The car's still moving, but at any moment it's going to pop the bead seal, and we're going to have metal on the ground. I mean, it's just, I mean, like, you know me, like, I'm the Walking Dead guy of the group, and when I got done with Sunday's episode, I felt bad for Michael Cutlets. I did. You know what I mean? I felt bad that, he got on The Talking Dead and talked about how he enjoyed directing this, that, so on, and I'm just like, you have to know when you direct this, reading the writing and how things are, you just have to shake your head. You know what I mean?
But what a sad episode that you have to get to direct. What a filler episode. I mean, nothing
was done.
Nothing.
We moved nowhere. No. And
we
just learned about characters and what they're doing now. That's it.
The only movement is the Rosita shit, and it was stupid. Stupid. This is how they open the episode. It's ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
Like, the only purpose Rosita did was get Michonne to Hilltop, and Michonne still didn't go to Hilltop.
Well, no, actually, we're having a reunion at Hilltop at this point.
Yeah, we are.
Minus Michonne.
Which, my God, have we ever done this before on this show?
Yeah, really.
Oh, only about 70 other times. Dude, this is snail-like pace. Moving at the speed of smell. It is boring. It's straight up boring.
Yeah. Honestly, boring might be better than what we have going on right now.
I don't know, man. It's like they're trying to give us all these things like, ooh, I want to know what's going to happen, and we get nothing.
The only storyline you're interested in, I say you, the only storyline I'm interested in is these new walkers, and we only get snippets of that, and then they like tease you like they're going to show you some more, only to give you camera vision, and that's it. It's like, come on, man. And the fact they give you camera vision of something that's less than 10 yards away, but they can't see it.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this tree is perfectly hiding whatever this is and stuff.
It's Slender Man out there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Anytime they do just silly shit like this, the fact that Rosita, who I mentioned is probably the most in shape human being in the show.
Yes.
Athletically. She's dying of dehydration, can't run any further.
Has a wound on her head.
Passes out. Yeah, has a mysterious wound on her head. What are we doing?
No, and we just leave Eugene, Mr. I can carry a 200-pound doe on my back.
Well, he can't walk with a limp, though.
Yeah, he's got a limp.
Busted knee, whatever.
I guess they just didn't do a good job explaining how long were they in this barn. How long did they have to fight off more to get to the barn before she made a run for it and everything else? You know what I'm saying?
It could be a day. Like, I mean, it honestly could not be longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the time frame doesn't make sense. Like, they didn't make it sound like Eugene and Rosita haven't come back in days.
Michonne didn't even know that they were gone.
Right. I mean, so like...
But my thing is, they get Rosita back, they give her an IV. Even when they find her, she's awake.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, what's stopping her from just being like, holy fucking shit, guys. These walkers are talking. You know, they're after us. They're hunting us. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go into a coma all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Does she have a full-blown heat stroke? Because
I think she saw the ratings of the episode and was like, guys, I'm not going to be able to come out and talk about this.
I'm just go ahead and die on this run so I can get out of the show.
Y'all film that? No, Rosita, you're not dying this episode.
So how about
Please.
Aw, shucks.
Is Maggie still available? Like, can I go with her?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Yeah, man. 99.9% of this episode I gave two shits about. I mean, nothing. How long was the journey with Michonne on the road and stuff like that? All just for jabbering. Mm-hmm. You know, and if I have to look at the mean mug of, is her name Magma?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like lava?
Magna?
Yeah, I think it's
Magna?
like Magna.
Okay, whatever. No idea. They just keep showing her resting bitch face. I'm just like, I don't care.
I want my weapons.
We got it.
It's a knife on a belt buckle. Like, you can find a
I
rock
still
that's
have my
going to
knife.
do you better.
No, it's a necklace.
Yeah.
With some scissors on it. Like a Swiss Army knife.
I don't think that
Can opener. Yeah.
Yeah.
if that's what you need to survive in this world, you've got bigger issues.
No, you're better off with that brick you use later.
No, go sharpen the stick.
Yeah.
Morgan
No,
has a
I
pole
want to get in
somewhere.
real close with this necklace and my belt buckle murderer.
As you stab in your head, your thumb goes through their skull.
You're better off just whipping your belt buckle around. That's like- the deaf chick showed you how to do it. Just stomp their head.
Yeah. like,
I mean,
bite the curb. Let's go.
I
I hate to say that. I'm looking at my notes, and like every other note, I'm like shaking my head.
don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care.
I mean,
Roast.
Don't care.
roast.
exactly. I feel like I'm a roast, man. I mean, you just go down. Like, to me, the thing that sticks out so big on this episode is we see these traps in the ground.
Oh, Daryl traps?
that have spikes pointed towards each other and not up or anything. You notice that?
Okay, so the only reason I even say this is because I've seen Saw. You know, several of them.
Yes.
And you know how the thing is like you can stick your hand in,
But you can't get it out.
but you can't get it back out without slicing all the skin off your hand, basically.
Correct.
So what I'm thinking the spike thing is like you can step in, but as soon as you try to pull your foot out, they lock into place or like
Okay.
that. So I get the concept
Yeah,
of what
but
he's
these
trying
are
to do.
walkers that just lose the limb. Like, they don't care.
But even then, like,
But even it's pretty thin.
yeah.
I mean, it's super. We're talking about sharpened sticks that are stuck in the dirt. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what the best trap I think would be is a wire on the ground, a taut wire
Yeah.
that will trip them, and then another taut wire that's
4 feet away.
2 feet off the ground, 4 feet away.
And so they slice their
They'll
head
trip and they'll just cut their bodies or heads in half. Done. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a clotheslining them
Yeah.
basically and taking them out. I'm just like, okay, do that. I don't know why they have to be elaborate like this. I like the animal traps. The rabbit trap, that's a legit way for a rabbit trap.
Yeah. And I mean, Daryl, this is what you expect that from him.
At first, when I saw him loosening the noose on it or whatever like that, and like trying to put it down on the ground, I was like, please let him pull the branch down. Please. And then he does. And I was like, whoa, hallelujah.
off. Right.
You know, I was like, come on, because this can work. Mm-hmm. But why was a snake climbing up the tree and he shoots it with a crossbow?
I mean, like, what tree? What snake you?
He shoots a snake with a crossbow. I mean, we're talking about this is damn near a baby snake.
Dude, the width of the head is not even a half inch.
Let's
give it an inch just for a decent sized one.
He could literally shoot the wings off a fly at this point.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
From all the shots we've seen him made, yes.
Deadly accuracy, and he has not bent a single crossbow bolt.
No.
They all fly
Let
so
me
true.
ask you a question now. What would be simpler? Well, shoot it with this, or walk over and take your knife and just take it with you. You know what I mean? I mean, just chop it.
Anything but what he does.
Yeah.
Would be the simpler
It's
route
just
that he did.
Over the top, man. It's just over the top.
I would be terrified to shoot my fiberglass bolts, whatever they're made of, into a tree trunk.
Yeah, and try to get it out.
Oh, no. It's not a problem for Daryl's strength. He just rips that bad boy right out of the tree.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Any of this stuff, he cuts the head off, puts it in his pocket. Then he takes a snake by, wraps around his neck, and stuff. I'm like,
not only that, I've killed a snake by cutting his head off. It's oozing blood like crazy.
well, it's oozing and it's wiggling.
Yeah,
It's losing.
his was like a dead string.
Well, it's like the ones you pick up at the museum or something that are made of wood and they wiggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, all the directions they choose to make, like, oh, you know what would make Daryl look real cool?
If he shot a snake.
He shoots a baby snake in a tree. It's like, they had to
Point
go
blank
there.
range of the
They had to go over there with a fake snake and just stab it, to the tree with a bolt because that snake probably wouldn't climb that tree like that. Yeah, probably.
I'm going to go with definitely not.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
There's other ways.
I mean,
The trap is cool. The rabbit trap. Done. That makes total sense. The other stuff, I don't know.
All right, the dog.
great name for it. Like I thought that was perfectly
Dog.
fit for Daryl.
Dog.
Yeah,
I was fine with that. All right, how about the dog getting the traps around his neck?
didn't see it happening.
A double trap around his neck. It's like two lassos around his neck going different directions. I'd have to see how this trap works.
Yeah. To me, I was like,
And why do you think there was so many walkers around? Because he was barking,
yeah,
but they didn't hear him barking at all until
Was
the moment before they get over there.
yeah. And were you concerned about Daryl's safety?
not in the slightest.
No, not even remotely. And the fact is, he shouldn't have been concerned with his safety.
No.
Here's the other thing: is that if you want that scene to work, that needs to be Henry on the ground trying to do something. Then I might be like, we might lose Henry right here.
Oh,
I could see that,
I could lose Henry, no problem.
but with Daryl or Carol, no. Like
Matter
to me, it was like, okay, that's a waste.
Matter of
She's not
fact,
gonna die.
Would be a good storyline. Henry dies and Carol has to go back to Ezekiel. I bet her and Daryl just like, why are you going back? Let's roll.
Deuces.
Daryl, you got another holy 10 out here?
Yeah, right.
Might be cozying it up with you for a few of these nights.
And what's Daryl been out here for 6 years looking for Rick's body?
Looks like it. Jesus.
He's got a makeshift raft to go down the river that Rick went down.
I think that's where he sleeps, so that like you would hear walkers coming up through the water and splashing and stuff like that.
Oh no, I don't think so.
I don't know. It looked like the one that you saw him wake up from.
Maybe so, but
To me, I thought it was a cool point because I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. There's no way you can get snuck up onto if you're out on the water.
now we're talking about Walking Dead now.
Well, and we have stealth walkers, but at least you would feel like you'd hear the water
I don't
rustling
know, man.
towards you.
I feel like we got something that can just walk on water and everything at this point.
Yeah, I honestly, they made a good juxtaposition showing Bernie and being able to find him in his paisley shirt,
Yes.
the worst shirt ever or whatever like that, to the fact that Daryl is hoping to catch all these walkers and find one of them being Rick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that is Daryl's storyline as far as I'm concerned.
It is.
He's trying to catch walkers and he's trying to hunt down Rick. 6 years, a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he's like, we never found a body. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
I mean, at that point, that's something to cling on to. So, I mean, regardless of how long it is.
Okay, you never find a body. For 6 years, Rick doesn't come back? What, out of what, shame?
Well, I mean, you're thinking he's dead or something. And so you just got to find dead Rick
He's
to
talking
confirm.
about Rick himself. Like, why would Rick not come back if he's alive?
Well, yeah, I don't think he's necessarily thinking he's alive. He just wants to find zombie Rick. That way he can put that to rest.
I guess. But I'm just like, 6 years of that?
Because he just doesn't believe he's dead.
I mean,
unless you
what-
see a body.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to be doing?
I don't know. Does Daryl know Maggie left?
I got to think no. Well,
Well, no, I mean, they make it sound like hardly anybody knows.
I mean, it may seem like everybody but Michonne knew.
But I mean, true. But I mean, if Daryl's been out here the whole time, he wouldn't know, I would assume.
No, I don't think you know.
No, but I mean, he didn't really go in. Like, he was just like, oh, Jesus, how's it going? Aaron, good to see you again and everything. And then he was gone.
But it looks like everybody that was a part of the helping Maggie get to Negan, and then, a few episodes ago or like that, is splintered. You know what I mean? Like, Maggie's left to go be happy, which is total horseshit, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was almost certain when they started playing the music and the big hilltop montage, we were gonna see Maggie, because dude, this is crazy that Maggie didn't have a send off.
Episodes on her contract.
I thought she had one. I thought she got 6 episodes. So I thought we were going to get like one more episode, but it doesn't look like it to me. I don't know.
If Maggie doesn't get a send off like Rick got, massive injustice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just a massive injustice.
Massive injustice. It's already an injustice to not,
because they didn't even mention her. Like Talking Dead, nothing. It was just like, like, you know, you think there's disgruntledness where like, okay, she's going to another show,
or did she do something? Did she make somebody mad?
I guess taking this pilot and then it being greenlit.
When you see the writing on the wall, like 4 point,
I mean, think about Sasha.
10 million other people saw.
Think about Sasha. I mean, that's all you got to say right there. You know, she went to Star Trek.
I mean, at least she went to another big name. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how Star Trek's doing, if it's doing well or not. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, I think it's just like on the paid CBS internet thing. Like, I don't even think Star Trek is.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, huge injustice if Maggie gets 0 send off. I just can't even imagine. So I thought we were going to get something when the music starts playing. Hilltop montage.
Nothing. We get Jesus talking to Tara.
So we see Enid. We see Tara. When Tara's walking around with a notebook and it looks like she's running the show, I almost turned it off right there.
Yep.
It's like, no fucking way. No way.
And also,
dead out Tara now. Come on.
But where did we hear that a woman was running Hilltop? Was it just because of all Michonne, and that's why we thought Maggie was?
Yeah, it's just Michonne said that.
Okay.
She's just assuming Maggie's running it. So
fair enough.
Okay, so Jesus in charge. He's been elected yet again. Nobody runs against him.
Makes sense.
And he's all morose about it, apparently, because he doesn't want to run the show. He wants to be out there like Daryl, like Aaron used to be and stuff. So,
and he still thinks Maggie's going to come back, like we all think that Maggie's going to come back on the show.
And Maggie is with
Georgie
in a new community, they said.
A good ways away.
Yes.
Okay. How? What? Where? Huh?
Well, exactly. Huh?
Is it possible Maggie's with Rick?
No way. Because that would be his outlet back to Alexandria, because he would know what, where, and how to get there.
Totally agree with you. I'm just saying. I just throwing it out there to make sure.
Man, no.
So I mean, we have the Whisperers. We have whoever's kidnapped Rick. Georgie's community, who was just 2 people and her in a van. Giving away information.
Now apparently they're bigger than that. I don't know.
I don't know, man. There are just so many question marks, man. It just I don't know.
Okay, whatever. Jesus is
now
cabin fever. He just wants to get out, right?
So how about the fight with him and Aaron?
Well, at first when he gets tackled, I was like, hell yeah, here we go. Then I realized it was Aaron. I was like, all right, this is still okay. You know, I mean, it bothers me a little bit about his bionic arm he has, but
yeah, we'll get past it.
I was just waiting for Jesus to tear it off his body. You know what I'm saying?
Quit hitting yourself, man. Quit hitting yourself.
Oh, that'd have been awesome.
Strong play. But
write that down. Cash made a funny. That was good right
there. But. And I don't mind him training him either. I mean, we all thought this was going to end up being a relationship.
I mean, I think it still could.
Well, I think it's going to be at some point. But apparently Aaron wants to be out too. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the two trying to keep...
Stir crazy, yeah.
They want to be outside, but they also want to be the ones that are keeping all the places together.
Yeah, the connection.
Right. So I like this. I'm actually just fine with these two. I mean, I don't know why Jesus is so reluctant all of a sudden. Like, he's very reluctant.
Yeah. Do you think, like, his skills all of a sudden have gotten enhanced? Like, you think he's just more... Like, why do I feel like this episode shows more skill than he's ever shown on the show before?
But that's the thing. He's just never been able to show his skill. We've seen him drop kick a few. You know, we've seen him do some quick move, handiwork with Morgan before. But this was showing, like, hand-to-hand...
And fighting somebody. It's a lot different fighting another person where they can punch back and everything versus a walker.
Yeah.
Or going up against someone with a gun.
Well, and
You
with
say with Negan and
Morgan,
everything.
he just kind of does the thing where he's like, just uses him against him.
Yeah.
He's rope-a-doping him the whole time, basically, because he doesn't want to really hit Morgan.
Right.
But
But
there was a lot of bad camera work in those Morgan fights. God.
But okay, so it was that, and that was one of the things in the episode. And then, of course, that's when the flare goes off. You see where they go get Rosita. Blah blah
And
blah.
where does Rosita get a flare?
I don't know. I'm just assuming this is something
You carry with
when you go out, you carry a flare with you. But also, question: Daryl has the same scar as Michonne.
right the X.
And so the director even saw it on Facebook or something. There was a chat. There's a reason that this X is here, and we're going to want to know what it's all about, and we will find out next week. And, yeah,
Okay,
just completely postponing it.
Daryl appears to have more scars than just the X, though. His X is in the same spot as Michonne's, but it was more on his upper back, leading down to it, basically. So I don't know, but obviously the X thing is the key.
Yes. And I'm assuming this is going to be the reason why Maggie isn't here, is because of this X. Whatever happened in the 6 years, they all got it, and Maggie either didn't, or it was so terrible, that's why Maggie ended up having to leave.
Man, I am absolutely clueless on why these
I mean,
X's
it's a
are here.
giant ass X. I mean, it's not a brand.
Nope.
It's not. I mean, like you had to get a cut in an
It's
X shape.
Yeah, it's X-shaped cut.
I mean, I have not a clue. And they're both in the identical same spot of the back. So
Yeah, lower back left.
I mean, it's
It's
basically
intentional.
right where it's right where the rebar went through his back. You want to call it his soft spot of his body.
It's intentional for sure.
I have not a effing clue.
Yeah.
And be honest with you, I'm actually very scared for whatever explanation it is that I'm going to go, oh shit! Really.
Can't you almost guarantee you're going to be?
I mean, really think of it. They are going to have to blow my mind to say there's a reason they have X's on their back. You know what I mean?
Dude, I got no clue what this could be.
I mean,
No clue.
Because the only thing I could think of was they all got kidnapped, but you would come out and say something like that.
Yeah, it would be something. Daryl's been gone hunting for Rick. Michonne's been taking care of Alexandria. All the new rules and all this stuff like that. What's their connection? Yeah. Other than them both losing Rick.
Yeah. And it'd have to be something obviously early on, in the first year or so after Rick. But anything, like they all said, it's going to be pushing. And we are all going to hate it, and it's not going to connect to anything, and it won't make sense. And I honestly have no idea.
yeah, I mean, like, me thinking about it makes my head hurt.
It does.
Trying to come up with an idea.
It was like, was there a sickness and you had to lose your left kidney or something? Like, I don't.
Like, we have somebody on staff that can do that. Remember, we've killed those kind of doctors away.
Well, we still got Enid the doctor, Henry's future lover.
Oh, my Jesus.
Oh, man.
God, don't even talk like that.
Hey,
Please don't.
when Carl's away, you got to.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the biggest BS moments of the episode, which could be the whole situation of the caravan with Michonne and them decide to get attacked, overran by walkers. Okay, well, first they go to their old stuff and they see, and this is all a test to see if they were telling the truth. Mm-hmm. Okay, and they go over there and you could boot stomp one's head completely gone and kill another, collect stuff. Okay, all that's fine. All right.
No. First off, they say once we get to our rig and get our stuff, we can go whatever way we decide.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So what was this? Was this container up on a trailer or something?
That's what it. To me, it's a metal container.
All right, but how did the walkers end up underneath it?
That's a great question. Now, unless they got surrounded by it and somehow that caused it to break and fall over.
But what's it on? It wasn't.
It had to be on wheels of some kind. But those containers ain't light. I mean, like it takes and not only that, what would you have to be able to pull one around?
What's I'm saying, to push one around or anything. It seems like, because they were like, well, that's where we broke down. I have no clue. This whole situation right here, like how this happened. And obviously walkers didn't go through their stuff.
No.
This stuff is pulled out, gone through. It's all over the place. It's strewn everywhere. Walkers just walk through stuff. They don't pull things out.
So, I mean, maybe the Whisperers came through it?
I would say probably so. I mean, they keep showing these tracks of this herd.
Yeah.
And they look the same. You know what I'm saying? And everything we see in the previews is that they're in it and they're able to control the direction of the herd.
Correct.
So,
I don't know. To me, like the big metal containers and the walkers under it didn't like. I'm so like desensitized to BS. Like I'm like, okay, it's just another okay.
we'll say it's the Whispers and they came over there. Why push the container over?
I do, man.
I mean, I got nothing.
I mean, like the scene doesn't make sense.
I mean, it was nice to see, these different people dispatch some walkers and stuff like that. But it's like I can't overlook the situation.
Yeah. So then there was the argument about the weapons. Okay. And do we realize what weapons we were dealing with was slingshots and bow and arrow and
okay, but
we have a new bow chick.
Yeah.
We have 2 slingshot ones. Now, I'll be honest with you. I thought the slingshots were great. I love this. This is an excellent. You have unlimited ammo. I mean, just go get you rocks.
Rocks everywhere.
And it was accurate. Like, yes, a walker's head is jello, and blow a hole right through them like it's no problem.
And the camera view they showed, where it would blast through the head and stuff like that, I was like, this is great.
Phenomenal.
Smart.
And then it shows Bo Chick take out a shed with a single shot.
And I
throw my remote in the air and go, I'm going to the restroom so I can vomit now.
Yep.
I thought she was lining up a double headshot because there was one coming in behind. I was like, okay, we're getting a 2-for-1 here. Really smart. Like you said, takes out a whole shed. I was like, hey, I'm done.
I 1,000% thought she was just taking out the lead walker, the closest one to the horse.
Yeah.
That's all I thought she was going to do. But she knocks out whatever's propping up this metal thing.
I rewound it. 4 legs. She hit 1 leg and the whole thing falls forward. I'm just going to put it out there.
That's even
put it out
worse.
there, man. And just for you to be able to look at that shed at a distance that she was at and go, with a shot here, I could take that son bitch out. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could take a rifle,
in one shot
and blow something off with that.
I would have rather her hit the lead walker and it fall into the legs of the thing.
Yes.
And knock it down.
And still have it standing because, there's 3 other legs and everything.
I'm still going to call horse shit on it if it happens.
But, I mean, at least it's possible.
But it's more possible. It's more, I don't know,
man,
plausible.
I mean, that's all I felt like.
That's what I'm saying. They show you something awesome or
they shit on it
cool,
5 seconds later.
And then moments later, they take a huge deuce on it.
Yeah. And so, all right, so the heavyset guy who's in Fantastic Beasts,
Luke.
I like that they were shooting like that. He opens the car doors.
Yeah.
It's something as simple as that,
Builds himself a
wall.
And the thing was,
common sense.
Yeah.
He opened the doors just right. He opened one open and then the other one behind it. So they would push against it. It's locked.
Yep.
We know they can't open it up and get past it.
I didn't like how weak he was trying to fend off something because, we know these things are absolutely worthless at this point.
If you're that weak, are you the guy who has made it 7, 8 years on? You know what I'm saying?
I can't remember. What did he kill him with?
I don't think he did. I think somebody else saved him.
He did. You're right. Somebody did save him.
Right.
Somebody shot him with a slingshot by him. Yeah. Because he has a little,
he has a massive bag that he was carrying around.
But he has that Andy Dufresne pickaxe. The little hammer, the pick hammer, rock hammer. And I was like, oh, great weapon. This is excellent. But he can't use it for some reason. He's being, overpowered by a sack of bones. It's Army of Darkness over here. Yeah.
So we do that. All right. So like I said, slingshot moment, great. We knock the shed down, you shit on me. All right, we do the door to gridlock thing, fantastic, okay? And then the next thing, we happen to see the one walker of their buddy Benny or Bernie, whatever it is like that. And he's coming at him with this shirt, okay, and she freezes up. All right, this their so on. Did anybody else notice the walkers in the background going in the opposite direction of everybody?
No, they just freeze up like they're
frozen.
Background characters.
And they're just walking gradually. And Michelle and them running around like, oh shit, oh my god, they're going to take the horse. And everybody's running for their lives because everything's going to shit. And they're all able to stop. And the music slows down. And she wants to cry.
And she gets behind him.
And
for a gentle kill.
And just, I'm like, I was just so struggling, man. I mean, I'm literally watching her face, and the walkers who are 10 yards behind her are walking parallel to her, like she doesn't exist.
Only thing I can think of is maybe like Luke's doing his job correctly, and it's creating the defensive wall. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
It just don't.
And the fact
don't
is,
tell me you're surrounded and that y'all have the wherewithal to just stop and stare.
And
well,
have
also,
a
there's
3-minute monologue.
Yeah.
There's a grip of walkers coming at the horses. There's a shitload of them. They only show a couple die, and they show one shed thing come down to block a few of them. There was a bunch.
Yeah.
Coming towards the horses.
I mean, we had probably at least 80 walkers.
I can't remember how many was on screen, but even if it was 30, it was more than they show getting dispatched.
Oh, yeah.
That had a chance of these horses. Yeah, and the thing is that the Bernie Walker, when he pops on the screen, shit, he's only 5 yards from old girl, and she just stands there frozen. And he's barely moving towards her.
I mean, like barely.
And I'm just like, come on, man, take your gutted ass over there. And then Michonne's got the ability to just sidestep around the back of him and give him the old silent stab in the back. Would have been way cooler to see that thing come out of his mouth or something like that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I thought we were going to get some
like
real
the governor's
commitment to
daughter.
this.
Yeah, I was waiting
mouth.
for it. Yeah. No,
yeah,
give him the gentle kill and then leave him there.
And I mean, in fairness, that shirt was horrendous.
That shirt is just to show you who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, because nobody had a visual of who he was.
They built it up very heavily.
And like I'm saying, a lot of this is just to first off, to juxtapose what Daryl's doing.
Yeah.
And
to give
second off-
credence to this group that they're actually telling the truth.
Well,
Do you have a
and-
bet with somebody on how many times you can use juxtapose?
No, but
Hey, I
great
mean,
word.
I appreciate it.
Great
but-
word.
It's the catchword of the night, baby.
But I'm just saying, like, and the other thing is just to make these guys warmed up to Michonne, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's like this whole thing, this whole Bernie situation.
It's a trust building mission.
Yeah, it's just for that. And even after this all happens, Michonne's still like, "This is where I stop." Not going
in
any
the
further.
road, people. In the road.
And then this is where we were at the halfway point, and then the people from the hilltop. I know those spears. We have your Rosita. Oh, I can go on a little bit further now.
But this is also where the doctor, what's his name, just straight up tells Michonne, "Dude, Maggie's not even there anymore. Jesus is in charge.
Yeah.
Should have told you sooner. Sorry about that." I'm surprised she didn't just lop his head
Yeah,
off
really.
right there.
You will not need that hand for surgery anymore. Yes.
once we get
Join
there,
Aaron. We'll have 2 bionics.
Man. So yeah, but do you feel Michonne still wasn't going to go?
Yeah, no, she was going to turn around and deuces,
And why does Michonne and Maggie have
beef.
beef?
We have no idea. Like I said, it's got to come down to these X's.
I think so. All right, did y'all notice that, like, they looked at these spears like, wait a minute, where did those, like, those were, like, brand new?
I know those spears.
Yeah.
Well, first off,
I
they
thought
have
they were
new body armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hilltop never had body armor.
But they make a
Steel.
massive statement to say that they're the blacksmith is at the Hilltop. And now they have metal body armor instead of the hockey gear, basically, they were using.
All right, you see the actor that plays one of the guards?
I
All right.
truly wasn't paying that much attention.
All right, so this is C. Thomas Howell. Remember, he was like late 80s in every B-rate movie known to man.
No clue.
Oh gosh, yeah, like I recognized him immediately. I can't remember. I can't remember positive if that's his name, but like he was in a lot of stuff, man, a ton of stuff.
Just a character guy?
Yeah, I mean,
Sad guy?
I mean, he was always like a B-star lead in everything.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's his name. I'll have to look it up, but it was just kind of shocking to see him as one of the guards there. He's a newbie.
And I felt like it was a little mixed up, too, because they acted and spoke like Kingdom people, but were Hilltop people.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were Kingdom the entire time until it was, those are Hilltop spears. Which, if you haven't been in the Hilltop in forever, how do you know, Michonne?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the way they rode up and stuff like that, I was like, was this Robin Hood? Some medieval times shit right here?
I mean, with as many Robin Hood movies have come out in the past few years, anything is possible.
Very true. But whatever. The chess piece on these two guys hold no candle to the shittiness of Jesus's chess piece. with the car rim neck guard, whatever the hell that is. And I love it because they're all like tack welded together and stuff like that. And I was just like, okay, these are actual metal pieces, but this looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jesus got the turtleneck version or the flare neck. I mean, it looks like, a dog who can't bite his own ass because he's got fleas.
Oh my gosh.
Must be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
I was right. It was C. Thomas Howell, and he was on the most recent show we watched and loved so much that he was on Punisher on Netflix. He was the lead agent for the FBI, whatever like that got killed so that your girl could take the lead on his death. If y'all remember that. Remember he got killed in his house?
Yeah, I think so.
It's vaguely in there, but anyway, he was in a ton of stuff back in the day. But anyway, but yeah, you're talking about introducing somebody who's just completely random. But anyway, not to get off track, but
yeah, maybe he was just in town that day. And we're like, hey, we're good over here.
I'm in Atlanta. Can I get a spot?
Know how to ride a horse?
To me, seeing somebody that I know like that kind of actor that's been in so much TV and so many film like that, they introduced him here for a reason later on. You know what I mean? Like this will be the guy who either is a turncoat or leads an offhand rebellion, or he's the one who actually gets lines before dying horribly to the Whisperers. Something of that nature.
I feel like that guy and the guy that's riding or driving the caravan with Michonne, who's carrying the gun bag,
yeah,
who
was
weapon
that
bag
guy?
and stuff like
he
that.
got a lot of screen time and everything this episode. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Like, you see him when they
You've seen
first
him
do the
before.
flash forward.
Yeah.
You see him. He's like one of the main one that's like always reaching for his gun, with this new group and stuff like that. I'm just like, easy there, itchy fingers. You know what I mean? It's like, he's real serious guy. We'll just call him serious guy.
Serious guy?
Serious guy with nicely coiffed hair.
Serious quaff.
Ruggedly coiffed.
I got nothing for that.
This is the,
But I did like the fact that the weapons were in a baseball bag.
yeah.
Makes total sense. Nice long bag. It's good.
I mean, they can be ran through the dirt, drug, everything.
Like I said, I am literally struggling with things to even talk about. I was 90% bored. And I didn't care.
No.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that they gave you a good long preview, and it's not even going to get to what I wanted it to get to be an epic mid-season finale. I feel like the show is going to have, they're going to show us something, and it's going to be what they consider a cliffhanger. But by the time we get to the next part of the season, I mean, get ready. Low 4 million, 3 million. By the end of the season, we're going to be skirting
1.8.
low 3, high 2s, and having to make a decision whether or not this is worth maintaining.
I don't really know. AMC is capable of creating new shows, new, outlets and stuff like that. It's too good a network to have some big anchor weighing you down. You know what I mean?
I don't know. To me, like you said earlier, it's cash cow. But I mean, like we couldn't even finish watching Preacher, and that was a new show because it went.
It just went
Walking
so
Dead
far
is going.
downhill.
What was the after Breaking Bad ended? The great actors Morgan and the British guy. What was it called? Winter something?
Oh yeah, something Sun.
Winter Sun?
No, Low. Anyway, it's about Chicago PD.
Low Winter Sun.
Was that what it is?
Maybe so.
Something like that. Anyway, it was a cop drama
But
in Chicago.
decent show.
It was
but
a
just
good show.
Nobody watched it, so they canned it.
Right.
So it's like, maybe since Breaking Bad they haven't got a hit,
Well, I mean, you go back to the day you had Mad Men, Breaking Bad, and then they did Walking Dead. Okay, so those are big ones, right? Well, then it turned Badlands like that, but like they're not giving Badlands props, man. Badlands average, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
If they're lucky, million people like that. And then it was supposed to have a second season, and they nixed it. Not a second season, but the third season was supposed to be 2 parts like Walking Dead does, right?
They're making
Instead, they just nixed it, and now they're saying it's season 4 starting in February or something like that. And it's something completely unique, and it has great writers and producers. Don't get me wrong, some of the decisions they make I scratch my head at, but that's with any AMC show now. And the only thing left that they have is something new, but it's actually just a sequel is Better Call Saul.
Yeah, and I guess what you end up finding out is It's not necessarily the network. It's showrunners, creators. It's like you follow a good creator onto a show, most of the time you're going to get equal or not better quality. You know what I mean? I mean, we're doing that with Mayans, you know, as far as that guy, Sutter, you know what I mean? I feel like you should be able to trust the AMC brand to give you a quality show. Like you trust.
I can't trust him anymore.
No, you can't.
After Michael Cutlass comes in there and says that him saying this, that Scott Gimple was the decision, the factor, and everything, basically the final word on whether or not he was able to even become a director and do this, that, or so on, and he greenlit this, that, or so on. That tells me that he is in control. And another example of why this show has turned to shit and gone downhill ever since then.
Well, it's so sad because you go from season 1, original showrunner, just an unbelievably quality.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's one of the top pilots in the history of television.
Dude, Frank Darabont is one of the best in the business.
Well, no,
And
there shouldn't have been any reason, any price, any decision that should have ended his reign.
No,
they should have just paid it.
Yep.
Because that's when you had a gazillion viewers and high ratings, quality fans that were loving the product. There shouldn't have been a price you wouldn't pay to keep somebody like that. Instead, we've gone through, 5 different showrunners?
well, you had Darabont, and then you had his apprentice, and then we went to because Gimple was the third one.
I think he's at least the 4th.
Well, I mean,
it was Mazzara was number 2, and that was Darabont's right-hand man. And then Mazzara left, and then Gimple took over, and that was it. But you have to imagine now, Gimple took over around the height of the program, and things went really good Gimple's first year or two. And then after that, they decided to change a lot, and then went, you know.
That's the thing is I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I don't know how these things get made, how they get decided on, or whatever the case may be, but I'm bored to tears with this show at this point.
All I know is that this midseason finale next week,
it's going to have to blow our socks off.
It's going to have to blow our socks off, but I have no faith in that.
Well, it's got to be believable, too. They're going to have to pull something out of their ass.
Basically, what we've seen from the previews of them being in the dark for probably half the episode and saving Eugene in a barn.
I mean
they're really going to have to... They've already shown the preview of Jesus becoming, Kung Fu master, taking out different ones. Muddy. I can imagine that's going to be a scenario in this next episode.
It definitely is.
And I look forward to that. I do. But wow, that was uncalled for. But anyway,
and I think you catch a glimpse of the barn.
Yeah, you see the barn, and you get to see Eugene inside of it, freaking out.
Immaculate barn. See how gorgeous this whole area is? This estate this barn is at and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Where'd this come from?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, now, is it me, or do you feel like it takes months to get anywhere? Because we don't have cars, et cetera, so on. Does it feel that way?
That's something I don't want to complain about because it's like, okay, you're on horses. You're pulling these carriages and stuff like that.
But I also remember the days where they could do a jog and get to somewhere in the same episode.
Well, don't ever forget the Aaron Alexandria days where it was just just take the shortcut through these woods and you'll be there in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I remember the times when they'd be on the highway and they're like, well, if you go this way, well, look, you can see the Savior's compound there, and then the next scene they've made it to their own place and it's still daylight.
Yeah.
And remember Rick's run?
Oh yeah, the guy can run some boots now.
In boots. I mean, it was a constant montage of him sweating and running.
Yeah.
So, I agree with you.
We lost the bridge.
Continuity has never been the strong suit of this show.
What's that?
So,
yeah,
I agree with you. The mid-season finale better just absolutely floor me.
Do we get anything Whisperers related?
Has to. It's all they're leading up to.
You have to introduce them.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we didn't get them last episode is a travesty.
But here's the thing. I don't think can you introduce them to full-fledged, to where they go back to the communities and say, holy crap, there is a new enemy out there? Or do you have to introduce them to the viewer, but whoever sees Miss or so on doesn't live to be able to tell?
No, I think what they're going to do, and you see it in the trailer, is they see Eugene, whatever they save Eugene or whatever the case may be. Then we get the scenes of where Aaron and Daryl are looking at the walkers milling around, stuff like that. But then we actually see the scene at night. Daryl's leaned up against a log and he hears them talking and stuff like that. Get them all together. You know what I mean? So it's like they may close it out without you actually seeing a walker, remove his skin or whatever like that, or mask and stuff like that.
See, if they leave that out, like they do, just don't introduce Negan or whatever.
If they try to cliffhanger that, there's no way we can even come back.
Done.
Part of the episode is going to be Rosita waking up from her fucking heat stroke coma, and telling them, you see in the trailer, like, they can handle it, no big deal. And she's like, no, they can't. Blah blah blah. Her freaking out, trying to explain it to people. If they find Eugene and save him and stuff like that, he's going to have to try to explain it to people, and it's going to be them not believing him, thinking these two are just crazy as hell. And then they're going to start seeing him, and, part of the episode is just going to be them two trying to explain, no, something's different. These walkers are talking. And
God, I hope not.
And then the other part's going to be them actually dealing with him a little bit.
Here's the episode. She wakes up from her heat stroke coma. Okay? You're going to have half the episode of them tracking wherever Eugene might be, where you get to see these walkers act strange in the distance.
Because you see Daryl walking through the field.
And then they finally find the barn at night, right? Where you're going to have, during this whole time, you're going to see Eugene have flashes of him hiding in the barn, freaking out as they've gone by several times. Okay? Because we know if you're humans looking for somebody, no one would ever go hide in a barn. You know what I mean? Because that's what's going to happen.
Well, that's the thing, too, though. We've already seen that they don't break character and act like humans.
I'll give you that.
So are they going to even go open doors, or... I just don't know how far they're taking them.
I mean, that's a good question.
Well, look, in the comic book, a scout group gets attacked, and the walkers have knives. And that's another example of... And Jesus is in the group that gets attacked. And because of Jesus' fighting skills, they're able to get away, even though they lose one or two of their guys, but they're able to get away and so on. To me, when you see that scene of him in his combat, kicking, fighting, this, that, or so on,
that scene from
I feel like that's what we're about to get. And that's going to be our introduction to Jesus is going to confirm that that Rosita and Eugene are not crazy.
But the thing of it is, and one thing that they have built up is that there's people, like we saw Eugene early a couple episodes ago, just walk up to walkers like it's nothing and just stick them. That's the route you got to go, if I'm looking at it. Whereas, we'll just have somebody try to walk up to a couple walkers and dispatch them.
And then they get stabbed.
And then they just fucking drop from getting gutted. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, that's an introduction. And
that's what happened in the comics.
Okay.
One guy walks over and goes, I'll take care of these. And before you know it, he gets taken off the horse and killed. And they're like, what just happened?
Yeah. So that would be excellent. Be the guy that's with Michonne.
Yeah.
I don't remember who gets on there with Jesus and Daryl. Several no names. We don't know who they are. They're going to be deadbait.
Don't worry, guys. I got this group over here.
It's definitely cannon fodder.
You don't even have a name tag. You're dead for sure.
Extra number 4.
Yeah. Henchman 37.
Gold member.
Yeah. Can I pay this you gold?
Yeah. So
that's the episode, guys.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean, there's nothing in that preview that makes me go, they're going to bring it home and make me excited about next week.
Not even a chance.
And so
we'll give it a chance. And
I mean, I'm starting to feel like the death knell. It's what I'm starting to feel like, man.
It's one hammerhead away from just.
I get why Bald Move just said deuces, and I get why 3 or 4 other major podcasts just said it's time and let it up and so on.
As much fun as I have shitting on the show, it's not something I want to continue doing.
Well, it's the thing. It's like people say we hate watch. I mean, we are literally
hate watching.
Oh, I know. But
I'm a completionist now. I'm going to keep watching it, and I'm going to keep shaking my head is what I feel like.
More than likely.
But, guys, I'm not going to apologize, man. The episode was
garbage.
Just not fun, and it's the sign of the end. You know what I mean? I hate to say it. I mean, it is what it is. And You know, if we turned you off, sorry. You know, we're just gonna call it like we see it and feel it, and you know, it's just how we roll. You know, and if you got some strong thoughts or you agree or whatever, man, just hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think. You know, you're not gonna hurt our feelings. We love to debate and talk. Or if you agree, hey, we'd love to fist pump, whatever. You can always catch us on Facebook, Twitter, and everything else. It's BleedTV podcast, and we look forward to it. But other than that, guys, we're gonna. Somewhat look forward to the mid-season finale.
See you next week.
Next week, and
smoke a turkey, have a lot of fun, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we hope y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Very happy, and everything goes well. But other than that, guys, this is BleedTV, and I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Cash.
And we'll see y'all next week.